everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to share some tips on how to stay focused and productive throughout the week. And I'll be using some Happy Planner products to help you do that. Oh, special appearance by Callie. If you're an organized person, if you're up at 5 a.m. doing workouts and getting it all done before the kids go off to school, do not watch this video. This is for people who have trouble focusing and getting things done. I'm that person, I'm disorganized, I'm all over the place, but I have some tips on how to stay focused because I found some tools that really help me, and if you're like me, I think this can help you too. First thing we have to do is define a goal. Let's say you are preparing the fundraiser for the PTA. You have a big thing to organize. That sounds overwhelming, and it is. But if you separate the big task with lots of little tasks and delegate and let's say break it down into smaller tasks, it becomes more manageable, it becomes easier. So let's go through how you would do something like that. I'm going to be using the example of cleaning my house. This year I took on the challenge that I was going to keep up with my housework, and I'm going to show you what I did. I did this in another video, but in case you missed it, these pages in the beginning of the planner, you take these year at a glance, and I wrote down a little household chore that I would not have ordinarily done. Even like cleaning my car, I wouldn't normally just clean my car just out of the blue. I would wait until I have to pick up somebody from the airport. But I put it down here twice during the 6 months, so done. And each day I have something that's less than 20 minutes or 20 minutes. And that's not overwhelming. I can fit that into my schedule. 20 minutes is not a long time, and that's a goal that I had, so I'm dedicating 20 minutes each day. So with that in mind, I have these weekly sheets from the Happy Planner, and it's set up like the week, and I love that it's color blocked. There's also another one. This is just a block, like a notepad that you can buy. This is $10 at Joann's, and there's another one like this that is not color blocked, but it's basically the same thing. It says this week, and it has the days of the week with Sunday on the bottom, and this is from the Planner Companion fitness version. So there's that, or you can actually Bujo one yourself, which is the Happy Notes. Let's see, do I have one? You can just do the one with my liners and just do it yourself. It's very easy, but I do like the fact that this is already done, so I like having this. I think it's actually worth the $10 that I bought it for. I didn't even use a coupon or anything, but I love this thing. So what I did was, oh, this is another one. This is the one that I did for the house, for this week for house cleaning. So the first day I had cleaned the car, I wrote down on the steps on what I needed to do that day. And for each day I had a different task. Like Tuesday I had the living room, so I wanted to declutter, get everything that was cluttering the living room out of there and organized. I wanted to vacuum the main area rug. I wanted to wipe down and declutter the coffee table. And I gave myself 15 minutes to do it. Okay? So each day I gave myself 15 to 20 minutes. The couch, see this one I only gave 10 minutes. I had to remove and clean the cover of the couch, vacuum all the pet hair off, and fluff the pillows. That's all I needed to do. But I would never have done that had I not planned it. I would have been scatterbrained and thought of something else. But because I wrote it down and said to myself, this is a priority, I ended up doing it. And this has been such a great tool for me, something that I really need, and I really feel like I'm on top of it now. That. Another thing, I used this for something else. Oh yes, even for weekly tasks. Stephanie Fleming was talking about doing a master. If you're that type of person that really gets overwhelmed and, oh my God, I have so many things to do, I don't know where to start, you just write it down. This is called the master list, and Stephanie Fleming from the Happy Planner was on a live discussing this one time, and just a bell went off in me. I'm like, what? It just seems so obvious. How come I don't do that? So I kept a master list. Where's this week's master list? And mine's really messy and not really worth showing. I wouldn't ever put it on my Instagram or anything. Where is it? Here it is. Here's my master. It's just a list of things I gotta get done, whether it's today or tomorrow or the week or 2 weeks from now. I just wrote down everything, and once it's down, I know I'm not gonna forget it because it's written down. And when I'm making my list, a list of things to do, this is not my household one. This is like in addition to the household. I write, send my evites. I have to send in evites for my party that's coming up. I have to pay the bills. There's 2 bills that's been sitting on my desk for way too long. They need to get paid. And I need to sort the mail because that's been a while as well. So that's all the things I did on Monday. And on Tuesday, all I had to do was deposit checks for the Girl Scouts, RSVP some invites for the bar mitzvahs and for the weddings that we've gotten that have been sitting there for a couple days. So I have to do that. And do some lesson plans for Wednesday. So each day, I designate an hour a day of things I have to do on this list. And I designate 20 minutes for the household chores. That I think is doable. Then I also, if you want to work out and do other things, you have the time for that. But you have to ask yourself, how much time do I have after work, after getting the kids ready if you have kids, or after class if you're a student, whatever it is, you have to look at your schedule and decide, I only have 3 hours of the day free, let's say. You don't want to spend 3 hours of your day doing all these things that you have to do. But you have to get these things done, but if you take every day, those 3 hours in the whole day, and you just do everything that you have to do without any free time, you're just gonna live an unhappy, stressed out life. So what works for me anyway is to spread out the tasks. If I have 3 hours a day with nothing to do, then what I like to do is dedicate 1 hour for things that are on my list, and the other 2 hours, forget it. You're watching TV, you're playing bananagrams with the kids, you're doing whatever it is that you want to do, not something you have to do, you want to do, like playing with your pets. Make sure that there's balance and that the entire day is not full of activities. And if it is, then you're doing too much and you really should scale back, or it's just not going to be worth it. It's just not worth it if you don't have that hour or two to recharge and to do something that you really love to do. For me, it's planning, or it could be Netflixing, is that a word? Watching stuff on Netflix. Whatever it is, you need to make sure that you have time to do that. And for me, what's been working for me is scheduling that time. And once it's scheduled and it's done, you don't have to think about it or stress about it. I don't have to stress that the light bulbs need to get changed. That's not on my list till Sunday. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think about it until Sunday. You see what I mean? So this really has worked for me. So what I'm challenging you guys to do is to keep that list. You can even put it in your phone. Sometimes I do that if I'm walking the street. Oh, I gotta do that. I'll just put it in my phone if I don't feel like getting out my planner. You write it down. I'm challenging you to write it down on a list, on a master list. And when your planning day comes up, my planning day is Sunday, but whatever day it is for you, you take out a list. You can Bujo it like this, or get one of these notepads. I really like them. They're so practical and they're so aesthetically pleasing. Write down just 3 things of the list, the things that are the most important that need to get done, they're the most urgent. And write 3 things that'll take about an hour or less. And then don't think about it until you get to that day. It'll really, for me, it's changed my life, because I wouldn't do things but then stress about not doing it. I don't have to stress because I know it's scheduled and it will be done when I get to that day. Of course, then when you get to that day, you actually have to do those things. And that's another thing. You just have to have that mentality. Like, I'm just so fed up with being that person that doesn't get stuff done. I'm just so fed up with that. And this is the year that I said to myself, no, I'm going to get things done. And once you have that mindset, things just get done. Especially for me, especially for the household chores thing, that's really been working. Okay, if you have any other tips, leave them down below too, because I'm in this just like everybody else. I'm looking for ways to make life easier, to be productive and still have time left over to recharge and do things that I love, like making videos, like creating nice, cool spreads with flower stickers. I mean, who doesn't want to just sit in their craft room all day? I mean, I'd love to, but things have to get done, right? So I challenge you to do that. If you have any other tips, list them down below. If you want to catch me on Instagram, my Instagram handle is Twinkle Plans Her Day. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope this helped you.